So this is one I've been excited to try out for a while. Fanttik sent me their brand new X9 Ultra. And this is the tire inflator that if you are doing off-roading, if you have a pickup, if you travel a lot, this is the one you want. Wireless tire inflator, plus it's a power station, and it has a giant flashlight on it. Let's check it out. Get a few accessories, we'll check this out in a second. One thing I love about this model is this really huge digital screen that it has on the front. You're gonna see in a second when we turn it on. It also has this handle, and I would say this thing is, it can't be much heavier than maybe around that 5 to 8 pound range. Pretty light overall and really easy to carry. It also has some little legs on the bottom, so whatever surface it's on, it's not gonna move around too easy. So it stays in place because obviously this will shake a little bit with the compressor while it inflates your tires. It also has some plugins on the other end. You have a USB-C in/out, which is a max of 65 watts, which is pretty high. This other USB-C is a total of 18 watts. And this USB-A is only going to be 12 watts, but that's pretty common for that type of connection. Ventilation on both sides. And then of course these front-facing flashlights, which look pretty intense. One thing I love as well is the hidden compressor cord right here. So, all right, how do we get this out here? Oh, there we go. And you can see it just unravels from the bottom, which makes it really easy to access. And look at how long this is. This way, if you have a nice lifted pickup or anything like that, unlike those other models where you might have to hold them up while it's being pumped or it might dangle off, this one can sit down and you have what looks like about 3 feet of cord right here to pump things up. We're gonna test it out in a second. Also, check out this other little hidden area here where all your accessories can be nicely placed. This way, you're not constantly losing them. That is a great addition. And lastly, they give you a charging cord. This is USB-C to USB-C, so you can charge it with that 65 watts. So we're gonna start by testing out that flashlight. And it has a few different modes, it looks like. That is the SOS flash. This is kind of like a daylight, nice orange light there. And it doesn't look like you can adjust the brightness, so it looks like that's about as bright as it goes. And then here is the more white light at night. And lastly, of course, that strobe feature. So it's a nice added addition, and it should be able to run pretty long even with the lights on. Now for the power bank, this is 92.5 watt hours, which is a decent amount if you're just charging your phone or using very low amounts of power out of this. In terms of what this can fill on one battery life, it can fill 25 pickup truck tires, so 25 times. It can fit 27 on an SUV, around 615 bike tires, and then around 500 B-balls. And today we're gonna be trying to fill this up with it. It's a bit of an overkill, so we need to grab the right attachment. So we can just open this up, grab our little needle right there, close that right up. Now I have it turned on and we can see that really nice LCD screen. One thing that's great is you can cycle through different presets. So you can see there's different presets we can set, and this goes up to 150 PSI. It's also extremely powerful, so it can go to 45 PSI in about 42 seconds, which is extremely quick if you've ever tried these before. Or you can use this plus and minus to set the PSI to whatever you want. So in this case, we have a basketball, so we're gonna set our PSI, our target PSI, to about 7. Usually basketballs you want 7, 7.5, around that range, and you can see we're set to 7. And then it says 0.0 for the PSI currently, because this will also read your current PSI. Let's put in our needle right here, and this ball's pretty deflated, so it shouldn't have a high PSI here. And what is our current PSI at? Oh, it's at 0. So this ball is pretty much completely deflated from what it's saying. You should not be able to put that much pressure on a basketball. So that literally took 3 seconds. Look at that. That took literally 1 second. It almost had to stop itself because it filled it up so quick. That was extremely fast. That is ridiculous. Well, I was gonna plug my phone in while it was going, but that was so quick. We're gonna try the 65 watt plug-in. That plug-in is working. Let's try this other charging as well. Overall, this is a great accessory. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Check this out. It also, let's take that out, put it back in. You can see it's also showing the output of the wattage as well. So that's another added addition. And it'll probably show you the input if you were also inputting power, which is cool. Overall, this is a really great accessory and a really nice one to just keep in your trunk for emergencies.